Bro, the season finale already? You know, for a season about women, I do say bro a lot. Whatever. You know what I mean. Real quick, I gotta say thank you 1,012,000 for your support and engagement throughout this season. This has been so much to film and even more fun to share with you. This episode in particular was ridiculously entertaining yet so fulfilling for me. I get to sit down with two of my good friends to talk about self-confidence, self-esteem, and self-worth. Concepts that are all pretty similar, but I'll break down their meaning in the episode. Building these things in ourselves can be pretty hard. They take support, faith, persistence, and a whole lot of love and strength. I hope you enjoyed this episode, the last episode of season 2. Enjoy the show. What is going on, y'all? Welcome to The Golden Hour with Rose Golden. I am your host, Rose Golden, and we're about to have one hell of an episode today, okay? I am very excited, and I'm gonna get a little bit vulnerable with y'all today. Just a little bit, okay? We're gonna have a conversation about self-esteem, and I don't know about you, but self-esteem, self-confidence, self-worth are all things that I have struggled with throughout my entire life. And just now that I'm in my late 20s, I feel like I'm getting to a solid foundation with my self-esteem, and I'm able to build upon that. So we're gonna have a conversation about that, and I just feel like I wanted to talk about this in particular with our guest today because I see how they are. I see that they are confident women, and I see that through the actions that they take and the habits that they are cultivating for themselves. So, without further ado, I want y'all to join me in welcoming today's guests. We have Eve and Alyssa! Woo! Yeah, okay. Well, before I ask y'all how y'all are feeling, I want y'all to know again that this is the last episode of the season! Oh no, it's okay. We're technical difficulties, but it's okay. There we go. Thank y'all for that. Y'all just gave me so much life. So because today is the last episode of the season, we got some champagne to celebrate. So Mimi, can I have you bring it out for us? Yes. Thank you. Wow. Feel free to take a sip. Cheers to y'all. Season 2. Eve, I can reach you in spirit. God bless. But feel free to sip. Feel free to take a sip on the water. Wow. But why isn't it good? The bottle was gold.
Wow, the bottle was gold.
Mm-hmm.
On brand.
And what's crazy? I don't even like Prosecco.
Yeah, I don't always.
I'm not a fan.
Either, you know.
But this is good, right? So shout out to Mimi for that.
Shout out to Mimi.
Right. So tell me, how are y'all feeling today? What is your word of the day?
Ooh. Wow. Okay, very good, very good.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm
What
gonna.
was the first word that came to your head?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Usually
What was the first one that came that you might not want to say? But that's okay.
I think the first word that came to my head was like commitment.
Okay. What about that? What about commitment? To what?
To self, to feelings, to. I feel like in the last couple weeks I've had a lot of moments that show the value in staying committed to what you believe in, you know, what you want, what you need, like just staying committed to the things that feel right at heart. You just, there's so much value in that.
Yeah.
And that's been big in my last couple weeks.
Okay.
Okay, so
Commitment.
what's funny about what you just said is that the word that came to my mind was ease, right?
Ooh.
And I think ease is the product of being committed to self. You know what I mean? I literally wrote down had like a whole little interesting moment 2 days ago, which we most likely will get into. But basically what I wrote at the end of it, because again, like when something happens and you feel like you're shifted, recreate the narrative that you want to live into. And I wrote, I'm going to keep committing to myself until it's like I'm committing to myself with like the least path of resistance. So to hear you say like taking all the actions I need to take to be committed to myself, I'm like, coincidence.
The alignment. Right.
So commitment, ease.
Commitment, ease.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, thank y'all for that. Yeah, that definitely brought up some things for myself. So thank you very much. Okay. So, I want y'all to introduce yourselves real quick before we get into the conversation, okay? So whoever wants to go first, can go first. Pick a camera, any camera, okay? Wow. This is your camera, and this is our lovely audience, so feel free. Either or.
Audience.
Whoever wants to go first. Right. Hi, Mom.
Hey,
Right. Yep.
Okay.
you got it.
Yeah. Okay. So, hi everyone. My name is Eve Eli, mostly known as Eve of Strategy.
Yes.
I'm a social impact consultant and an execution strategist and coach. I'm originally from the beautiful island of Haiti, Haiti in English, in the Caribbean. Within the States, I am from Little Haiti, Miami, Florida. So 509, 305, you already know.
Hello.
And yes, I've been in the game for like about 6 years. So basically what I do, I basically coach founders and CXOs how to not sacrifice profit, people, and purpose when it comes to growing their business. I think there's, especially right now, social impact is really big right now, but right now, all that I work on with people in general is making sure that doing good in your business also equals being good.
Yeah. And what is this is a good question. CXO, is that user experience?
So CXO means like replace the X with whatever you want. So like chief marketing officer, chief impact officer.
I was like, that's a new
CFO.
term. I never heard that before. Like user experience, like UX, user experience.
It's inclusive. We're about that inclusivity.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Okay,
Yes.
thank you for clearing that up for me. Okay, Liz, how about you?
That was brilliant. Hey, y'all.
Hey, Liz.
Alyssa Ghilardi here. Alyssa Deja on the socials. Damn, I am originally from...
Damn.
Where do I begin? Yes, ma'am.
My place, New York. I carried it with me everywhere I go. And I am currently head of operations for a company called Kid Apparel. We are bridging the gap between fashion and hair care with satin line hoodies, hats, and more. Prior to that, I was a woman of the events world and just found myself an opportunity to venture into something new, use a whole lot of transferable skills, and see what it means to be an entrepreneur in this world.
Yes, which is no joke.
No joke.
Not for the weak.
Not at all.
So as y'all can see, okay, the guests, thank you so much. All right, well, and before, again, we get into the actual conversation, just know that we are going to be throwing around words like self-confidence, self-esteem, and self-respect or self-worth. So really quickly, although they are very similar, they are just a little bit different, okay? So self-esteem asks the question, do you value yourself? Self-confidence answers the question or asks the question, do you believe in yourself? Okay? And then what's the last one? Self-esteem, there we go, is how do you feel about yourself? All right?
Feel, value,
believe.
And
how do you feel about your
esteem, confidence?
Esteem, self-confidence, and self-worth.
Worth. Okay.
Self-worth, value. Self-confidence, do you believe in yourself? Self-esteem, do you believe in it? What did I just say?
Yeah, I'm thinking about
Wait, I'm sorry. Self-confidence, do you believe in yourself? Self-esteem, how do you feel about yourself? There we go. Yeah. So see, they're very similar, but just a little bit different. So
instinctively different.
right. Yeah. That's why we have cards. Okay. Cool. Let's get into the questions, okay? Let's take a walk for a second, okay? Let's take a picture of ourselves or picture ourselves in about 10 years. Let's picture Alyssa in 10 years. Let's picture Eve in 10 years. What are you up to? What are you wearing? What is your day-to-day like? What does she feel like? In a couple sentences, whoever wants to kick it off can kick it off.
Just a couple.
In just a couple sentences, yeah, kick it off. Yeah.
All right.
what's that year? 2032 or 2033? Yeah,
10 years.
10 years.
Okay.
No, mine is a little bit older than that. Wait, how old are you?
No. The year.
I'm like, oh, okay, we're 32. Wait, how old
No. 2032.
Oh, go.
No.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, even that. Ooh,
I'll
okay.
be 37.
Right.
I'll be 36.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
In 10 years, I am going to be COO.
Yes, ma'am.
I am going to be starting my own venture. I'd like to be CEO of Kim. That's my goal.
Boop.
I
You
would
heard
like
it here
to start
first.
my own venture. I would love to be a proud wife and mother at that point. Owner of a home and plenty others. And in 10 years, I will be my ultimate self. I will.
Facts.
I shade. Wow. Again, I feel like I was getting very prepared throughout the last week for these questions. I literally did a visualization exercise last night.
Wow, it's amazing.
Yo, okay.
I love the commitment.
10 years. There's one thing I do want to say, but I'm not gonna say it. But it's gonna be
Why?
big. I'm gonna be running for something.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it like that.
Okay.
Because by that time, I will not be here in America. I'll be back home running for something.
IET.
Yes, IT.
I'm not going to even try to say it like that because I can't.
For me, I feel like by the time, in 10 years, I think Forbes is gonna call me again for the second time, be under, a something under something, like 40 under 40 at that point, right? Yeah. Probably again under social impact entrepreneurship. I'm gonna probably most likely, still be based here in Philly, be based in Atlanta, got a property in West Africa, property home in Haiti, probably South Korea as well.
Thank you.
The people that are around me are like the people who are like in my tribe, who drag me to my excellence, who most likely will have a lot of children, and I'll be the auntie that everyone sends their kids to, so they leave the house learning to speak 5 languages and know how to clean.
Yes.
Bring me in, they know how to clean. Don't me. Send them to me.
Noted.
Let me see. I am.
You gonna be with
Right. Babysitter?
I'll be living my 3-2-2 lifestyle, working 3 days out the week, 2 days personal, 2 days rest. Because we know sometimes doing personal stuff take the whole day.
That's
The
what I'm
doctor's
saying.
appointment, the 3-2-2. Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
need
calling
one
it.
for errands.
Yeah, the personal day,
And
one for errands, and
2 for resting.
Yeah.
3-2-2.
The 3-2-2.
In my 10 years, I'm adding that.
Okay, very good. Let's see. I'm making it a point to go live in another country for a month to unlearn what I need to unlearn and learn again. It's not hard for me to choose myself, to take care of myself. The business is running without me. I only say yes to the things that bring me joy. Well, the more I say that, I'm like, wait, but I could do that now. But no, yeah. But yeah, no.
But you shall continue to do it.
Right. Continue to do it in those 10 years, yeah. Dancing, eating good food, to balance out, gaining weight and losing the weight. Yeah, that's what I'm at.
Huh. Okay. Where am I going to be in 10 years?
10 years. Yeah, that's crazy. It's going to come out so fast.
You'll be interviewing Oprah in 10 years.
Oh, that part.
I received the hell out of that.
Yes.
Wait on it.
Yes. Out for that.
And this is why I love recording this stuff, because when it happens, the flashback episode is gonna be like, yo, so we called this. We've been manifesting this 10 years ago.
Simpsons, like, we know what's up.
Facts. 10 years. Wow. In 10 years, well, what did I say? What am I wearing? Whatever the hell I want, to be honest with you. I'm wearing great shoes. I feel like I'm wearing what I wear on the show, like all the time, to go to errands. Like, that's what I'm wearing. Most importantly, what I'm wearing, what I'm feeling like, or no, what am I doing? I like interviewing Oprah. I like that. I like also, hopefully, prayfully, proud wife and mother. I want to be, or I will be, loving my career. I will be getting lots of rest. Next word that came to my head was I will be having lots of great sex.
Yes.
Well,
at that point, you better be.
Right.
That part.
What else? And I think most importantly, I want is to feel very confident in myself. At that point, I pray that by that point, I can really like look in the mirror and be like, I love you and I mean it and I'm confident in you and I believe in everything that you're doing. You might have made a mistake, but it's okay. I still love you. And yeah, so that's kind of where I feel like I would want to be in 10 years. Just like very, very confident in myself. And, you know, because of life and because of things that have happened in childhood and different relationships, you know, I definitely struggle with that, as I have said. So for y'all, how has your childhood played a part in building, or not, your self-esteem?
Oh, French toast.
The whole childhood.
The whole
Right.
childhood. Let's take it back now.
Self-esteem, which is how do you
feel? How do you feel about
yourself?
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. Mhm. How do you feel
Wow.
about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, for me, I think the biggest, I feel like I had I'm gonna say three major aspects of my childhood that defined my self-esteem. One was definitely losing my father at a young age. I definitely had, that complex of a young woman without a father. Two, and this might be part of it, I was boyish. I love basketball. I love to play ball. I love my sweats. I love to, like, that was me. I mean, like, we're here. Like, we're here. And then three, I also did have a very loving family. I had a very loving family. And I feel like the mix between those three, like, challenged me, but also guided me. So, like, there was, like, low points of just, looking for that male affirmation, that kind of like that, like that I need to be seen and heard and loved by the male figure, which warps any young girl's mind. And then, wanting to be the sporty self that I was, is this not what they want? They don't like this. They want the other things. And it was like, well, who am I going to be? And that's not how I feel comfortable. But then I think that's where, the love of my family really helped, because they were just always so proud of me. Like, play ball and be great, and be on your community board and be great, and just do what you want to do and be great, which I felt made I feel like the outside world, I think of it like the outside world and the inside world. The outside world as a kid is like all the kids at school, everything you see on TV, everything you see out there, that's like outside world. And then there's like the inside world, that's like your home, that's your family, that's your everydays. And I feel like my inside world helped me get through the outside world when I was a kid. And then eventually everything caught up and I realized the outside world don't really matter. Like, it is what it is. Like, it is what it is. Like, I'm gonna wear what I want to wear and I'm gonna be comfy and I'm gonna be chill. And then I think once I hit a certain age in high school where I was really playing ball, and that's who I became known as. Like, people knew me as, the captain of the basketball team, and I was super young playing on varsity. And then I just began to own it, and I was like, this is what I do. And then I was also like kind of nerdy, and was like on my student government, and was like VP of my city's mayor's council youth board, and like all sorts of stuff. And I was like,
the resume is fantastic.
Like,
it's amazing.
Like, I got like one of my college recommendation letters like written by my mayor of my city. Like, and I was like, whoa.
Nobody fucking was. It's a Ghilardi.
Like,
yeah. Well, shout out to the Ghilardis for helping you throughout that transition. Seriously.
Yo, the Ghilardis. Y'all amazing, but I can't ignore the Hadleys. That's my father's side of the family.
Shout out to the Hadleys.
Are amazing sides. Both my worlds. My black side, my white side. They all did a lot in creating who I was today. And the love of them was always so unconditional. Even when they didn't know majority of things that I was putting myself through, trying to struggle with this outside world. But I really think being able to come home to them and have that family love is what kept me going and kept me like I'm doing great.
Yeah.
I'm good. Like, I'm solid.
Right.
And so I think they are a lot of what got me here today.
Okay.
Once I got out of my teenage brain.
Yeah. we not even going, okay.
Once I got out of that, then I was like,
gonna...
okay, I see what
Right.
y'all been seeing all this time.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
which was dope.
Thank you.
No, thank you for sharing that. Because I
seriously.
kept listening to you, and I'm kind of like in awe because I have nothing of what you were talking about. It's very interesting. Like, absolutely nothing at all. I was trying to find moments of just like, no. Anyone African Caribbean descent, anyone specifically from IET, then you already know the 3 L's: l'école, l'église, school, church, home. And I was able to convince my mom of a 4th L, which was a library, to go to the library. So for me, very, very, my childhood, how it shaped how I feel about myself. Like I can't even think of anything because my childhood was filled with so much of who I needed to be. Because my mom raised me and my 2 younger sisters by herself, and I had to become an adult very, very fast. You know what I mean? And also too, if you're the oldest, whatever the little ones do always falls back on you. So like you're never not the one like not doing something. So I remember just like having to feel like if I can help my mom in any certain which way, which is really just watching over my sisters, then I did good. If I did good in school, then I could feel good. You know what I mean? Like, she was the one with just like straight A's. D's and F don't exist. C's are an F. B's are like, what the hell you're doing? So it was very much so like as soon as I get home, like it was like school's like a 9 to 5 already in itself. You get home, it's like another 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I think about how I felt about myself when I was younger, it was I just kept feeling like I needed to provide. I felt like I was the boy of the family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How I feel about myself. My mom was really great around helping me to see how amazing a woman could be. Just literally watching her in her stride. Like, coming here, my sisters and everything like that. So, and like literally doing it all on her own. And my mom would get dressed to the T, baby.
Okay.
Hey, let me tell you something about my mother.
Right.
Which is crazy now. It's funny that we're talking about childhood and talking about my mom because we don't actually talk right now. So it's very weird. But like, I think how I show up as a woman definitely really reflects my mom. But my mom was there physically, but she wasn't there emotionally. So in terms of like teaching me like how to feel as a woman, she didn't teach me that. How to look as a woman, how to present as a woman, definitely learned that from my mom.
Yeah.
But like, and like most Afro households, usually can relate around like, no, you don't wear your emotions on a vest. Like you just, do what you need to do and like keep it going. So now I'm sitting here thinking about your question. When did I learn how to think about how to like feel about myself? Like how do I feel about myself? I'm literally sitting here like racking my mind. I feel like that was more so in college when I left, like at the age of 17. And then I didn't go back.
Yes, I think you very much so answered the question, and the fact that it was a very opposite dichotomy, that was a great perspective for me to hear. So thank y'all very much for sharing that. I can resonate with both, honestly. My parents were very loving and very supportive, but I would say up until like a certain point, or like I grew up not knowing how to express myself. And I'm a naturally very emotional person. I just think like in my family, it was like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? But also, I don't always believe I was given the space to express how I was feeling.
Right, exactly.
And I think also because I'm a very creative person, and all of my family like have their own creative talents, but like I knew that working a regular job was not for me. Like school was a struggle for me after middle school. It was like high school came and was like, oh, this is what y'all want from me. You know what I'm saying? So like I can remember feeling like the odd one out, feeling like, damn, like y'all don't see me, y'all don't hear me. Like, am I good enough? Like if my own family doesn't even recognize me, damn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I just wanted to say that and thank y'all for that. You know what I'm saying? But Liz, you had mentioned, what did you say?
No, I'm just saying I resonate with that. Like, and especially because kind of what you said, like, I also grew up in a single mother household, oldest of 3 children.
Wow. Yeah.
Stop. Where have you been? I understand that one. I didn't hit a single one of those, but it's okay. So I understand that sentiment of like having to come home and just get back to work.
Right.
You know, like dinner had to get cooked, things had to get done, like being responsible for self, being responsible for others. And then I feel like that time into like, was there room for me to talk about myself and my day and what's going on? And I feel like that's where a lot of the angst and questioning myself came from, because it was like, you know, a high school day for a high schooler is a world of like, what the fuck sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like something's happened in third period, then lunch, then some crazy shit went on in your study hall, and then you come home and you're like, what is my life? And my mom's not home. She's still working at her second job. Like, my sister's coming back from after school. There's no food. I got to get that right. I have homework. Friends want to talk on the phone about theirs. And I'm like, well, I have a feeling. But no, not today. Okay, cool. And then it just keep going. I feel like that's why I still understand once you said, when I left college, everything changed. Because that's exactly what happened for me. Because I felt like I had my own schedule and I was like only responsible for myself. Like, it was no longer responsible for helping the family, holding down the household. Like, it was myself. And then that's when I was like, okay, I can figure things out and make my schedules and, you know, pit where it's like, when you're in school, it's like, you got to be in school from this time to this time. You come home, you got to do this, you got to do that. And when you're in a single parent household with siblings that you're responsible for, it's like coming home to another job. And it doesn't leave that much room for self.
Yeah. Okay. So y'all, this is a great segue. My next question was about what event, what time of your life, was there a relationship where your, where your self-esteem kind of took a turn for the better? Like, what was that point that you were like, you know, I'm the shit? What was that for y'all?
Yeah. It was definitely a relationship for me.
Okay.
A relationship and then a move and then Global Village. That's literally how it went.
This is the village. Hello.
Yeah, I was in a relationship in the beginning of college that was terrible. Like, it was that first beautiful love, you know, that first, oh, I'm in so I love you, we'll be together forever, and it was great. And then it just went fucking crazy, and it was toxic, and it was terrible, and it brought me to, like, one of the darkest places I've ever been, and there was no self-esteem, I was just, like, literally, what the fuck? Like, I dropped out of school for a couple weeks and just went home, and was just like, I can't with life right now. And then once I had gotten out of that situation and moved to Philly, started going to Temple, again, it was finding space for myself, like just removing myself from that relationship, from that being, and then Global Village, honestly. Like, I will never shy away from the fact of how much Global Village and the people within Global Village changed my entire
life.
Perspective on life, on love, on friendships, on community. Like, I have never had such a solid group of friends until I found the Village. Like, and seeing how these people carried themselves, like Leonzo, Neo, Raph, friends like Adam, Dina, like Danny, like all these people were just so true, like you know, like real people who cared about spirituality and feelings, and not just like, yo, what's up, but like, how are you feeling today? You know, like, how are you actually doing? And like seeing them like fast and like read books and like cleanse and not eat meat, like, you know, just like all these things that like blew my mind. Like, I was like, wow, like this is a way of life. And I started taking it on, and it just started feeling good, and that's when everything just became great for me, honestly. Like, Global Village was the beginning of like my true self-love journey and becoming like the loving person of myself that I am today, like undoubtedly.
Yeah, I resonate with that so much. But for those who don't know,
right?
Do you want to talk about the village? Talk about the global village.
Go village.
There is no
This is
spell
the
with no
village.
vowels,
Right?
Because there's no I in village.
Thank you. VLLG. Okay. This is the village.
This is the village.
The village. So, Global Village is a urban entertainment and wellness company, most notably known for their village jams. That is how I found out about Global Village. I was invited to a jam session one day, and it's just this magical experience of just expressing, creating music, coming together to just create a giant form of just entertainment and art and laughs and oh my god, I walked into this space and was like,
where did I just walk into?
Right.
what? We out here humming and singing and dancing, rapping kumbaya, everybody on the floor, like no bad vibes, no bad energy, all love. People are painting, people are like all the things.
Vegan treats everywhere.
I'm
like,
saying body paint, all the things. And it was just like, whoa, like how can I, my first one, I left that night like, what can I do?
Literally.
How do I continue to be a part of this? Because I felt it so strong, like this is what I need. Like I'm coming out in some what the fuck situation. I'm in a new city. That was my first time having moved to Philly to continue school at Temple. And I was like, I need a community and like this is giving. It's giving. So that's what Global Village is. Like, if you didn't know, now you know. If you know, you know. So shout outs to them.
Shout out to the village, y'all. Thank you for that. Yeah, I can 111,000% with that. Especially with the part you said, like, the first one I went to, I was supposed to go with a friend, and they ended up backing out last minute, and I was like, nah, like, something is calling me to this event. It was September, I think, 11th, 2017.
Wow.
That was the Manifest Jam at William Street Common. Right, big time throwback. And I literally, I introduced myself to Leonzo that night. I was just like floored by how beautiful and amazing the energy felt in there. 2 weeks later, a post came, we need an events coordinator. I said, you know, resume, take like, you seem I'm tight. It's whatever. We tried. You know what
I love about that is that like, our paths have been so intertwined.
So crazy.
Really? That was when I left to study abroad.
To go to London, right?
I was the event coordinator, and then I went to study abroad. And then Rose came through, became the event coordinator. And then, like, we kept missing each other. Like, I was there, Rose was gone, and then Rose was there, and I was gone.
I always hear about her, and I was like, who is this woman? Like, I need to meet this woman. Like, but yeah,
oh my gosh, that actually makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah.
Because I've met you all. I didn't meet you yet. I was vending with the company that I was doing some work with. I Made in America.
Yep.
They were in a tent right next to us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
And then we ended up talking and everything like that. I think the Rock Nation Foundation president was like, she was like, literally had just walked by and everything like that. So, we were just talking and stuff, and literally they did a whole mini jam, and I'm just like, this group is interesting.
Yeah.
Then I was like, this good. This feels good. This feels like home. You know, call and response. I share. I go. I met. Like, my people are healed. Where have you been all my life? I've been in Philly for almost a year now. Where have you been?
Yeah.
So I think I went the same thing. William Street Conference went there. And I was just like, oh yeah, y'all lit. And then
I wasn't even living in Philly at the time. I was still in Jersey in school until 2020. You know what I'm saying? So like, but these were the first people that I felt like saw me for who I was. And that was where like Rose Golden really took off. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, nah, like Rose Golden, like that is who you are. That is what you represent. That is the aura that you provide. You know what I'm saying? So that I felt very, very like confident in myself to do things like this. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't have met either of y'all without this. I wouldn't have a camera crew without you know what I'm saying? Like literally the village, I will say, was probably my turning point as well for my self-esteem. I would 100,000% say.
Like I feel like they
hands down.
Literally. Like I feel like I literally learned what energy meant. Like this was not a concept that I was thinking of. Like your energy is a lot was not like a thing I'm like thinking of before. Like, you know, like knowing that like things and people really carry energies and you will feed off of them, you will reciprocate them, you will carry them even if you don't want to. Like
I was just overwhelmed and depressed and didn't know how to put a name to it. I feel like until I was like, oh, that's what that means.
So this is what's been happening my entire life that I didn't know.
So I gotta protect myself before I step out the crib.
Literally all these things.
Got you.
And I just became so aware of the world and like people and like interacting with people. I feel like also at the gym, like you're always talking to people, like always doing things. So just like creating community, putting yourself out there, always emphasizing networking, never leaving a gym without introducing yourself to 2 new people. Like just instilled and also just emphasize things that I feel like I knew or I aware of, but wasn't really, you know, putting a lot behind in my own life, and it just kind of like blew the bubble up. Like, no, like this is.
Then have people in like a community around you to be like, oh, like this is a thing. This is like natural. You know what I'm saying? So I could talk about the village for days, like literally days. That needs to be a whole episode, you know, in its own.
It really does.
That's not a bad idea, honestly. But before we get too far off, Eve, what about you? What was your turning point? Do you believe for your self-esteem to grow? For your life, relationship, job, events, what was that for you?
I want to say, I don't know, y'all, like, when I tell you, my book would probably be falling in love with Ground Zero again and again. Like, you know, a lot of people know there's opportunity in chaos. You just have to, like, see it as such. So I think, yes, opportunity in chaos. And, because think about it, like, volcanic eruption, lava, turns into the lava and the rock will turn into land, which then turns into soil, which then can grow trees. Like, so sometimes chaos brings in opportunity. So I think in college, I think 2 things helped me with my self-esteem. It was my posse. I'm a posse scholar. And posse is like a leadership excellence award that gets given out to folks who are about that, about being a leader and serving.
About that life, you
about
could
that
say
life.
it.
About that life. I'm about to be like, well, about that life. But my particular posse was a civic engagement posse. So we really were about that. Like, we wanted to engage with communities to like support them and you know, make sure people tap into their own potential, right? So I would never say when you become a posse scholar, you go in like a cohort. And it's like 10 people who go off to a school together, right? You know, I was a part of the Posse Miami site, and they sent me all the way to Mount Holyoke College, which is the first women's liberal arts college in America. Like, first time seeing snow, and like, I think like 1,700 people like applied, you know, just for that site, if I'm not mistaken, like in Miami, and only 50 people get it. You know what I mean? So it's like...
I need something for that. I need to find a button for that. Which one? There we go. Thank you. Okay,
so
continue.
My posse, like, mind you, a group of, remember, all women's liberal arts school, so a group of women, like, all come together, all different walks of life, coming together to support each other. It was the first time that, you know, and I think I am the youngest in my posse, but I act like a mama bear. Clearly, you know, I had a lot of training. But I think it was in my posse, I think, that started to shift my self-esteem. They were for me so much, for me and with me so much, that, you know, even to this day, like 3 of us decided to live with each other and become living single 2.0, you know? I'm clearly Sinclair. Woo, woo, woo. So I definitely would say it would have to be my posse, who, I don't know, there's something about a group of women standing for you that does something to your spirit, you know? That meant a lot to me. And I would definitely say the part of the chaos, I went to school for medical anthropology, and I was taking a class on
like what does that mean exactly?
People say that all the time, so I'm just gonna do just layman's.
I'm asking for the people.
Asking for the people. Okay, anybody want to learn about medical anthropologists? Rest in peace to Paul Farmer. I just found out he passed away. He's like an acclaimed medical anthropologist. Did a lot of work in IUT. Some people love it, some people don't. Another podcast. But medical anthropology, think of it as like social medicine, right? It's bringing the humanity to medicine. They study how medicine is I guess I would say incorporated into communities, like socially, right? So there's some medical anthropologists that, yes, they do their work to inform policies, what's going on like in pharma and whatnot. And I know that I love people. I think people are walking testaments of history. I speak like 5 languages. And medicine is always really important to me, like primary source medicine, and having people understand like how to come back to self. You know what I mean? To be able to take care of yourself.
That's beautiful.
And studying how people do that always fascinated me. And yeah, and I would say medical anthro like fell into my lap because of course I was studying to become doctor, lawyer, engineer. Like that's just what you do. But I went to a liberal arts school. They don't have no like healthcare administration, whatever. So medical anthro ended up being the thing. And in one of my classes, we had to write a paper around like studying like different diseases. And in one book, I read something about like diseases come to be because there is a dis-ease. Yes. Look how the word ease is coming back, which was my power word earlier, right? That's crazy.
Full circle.
There was a lot of dis-ease when I was in college for sure. Like, yes, I won this $250,000 scholarship to pay my tuition to go to school, but I still had to pay the $50,000 to like eat, live, and sleep on those hard beds, the crazy food. Look, I love you, but that food, call me, please. But many times it's good. It really did. But other times, the Caribbean rice, it looked, okay, never mind. Just call me. I love you. Ball for life, Blue Lion, look. But, you know, being in like the cold weather, being so far away and everything, that's why the posse was so good. But there was a point, like something really crazy happened in my family. And even though I left, like I was still being called to like help support family back home monetarily and everything like that. And if I could. And I think there was one point I had just found out I left the financial aid office. Financial aid office, we were tight. Like, and every time I walked up in there, it was either she back again, you know, or it was just like, hi, what else do you need? I'm like, I need dollars, okay? I need things so I can take care of myself.
Right.
And I remember I had left there, and I think second semester they told me, they were like, yeah, if you don't give us like several $1,000s in the next month, like you can't register for classes next semester or something like that. So I thought I was about to drop out of school after like and I mind you, all the first isms, you know, first to go to you know to college, you know, get a degree for family and everything that, which I always say is their degree, because if it wasn't for their intelligence, I would not be here in front of you. I was leaving with you know, after getting that news, and I was about to call my mom to let her know, like, yo, like I literally crush every single reason why you came here, which was for me to become literally the fruit of your labor, and tell you that I don't know how I could figure out to get this money in like 0.25 seconds, and then she tells me that she loses her job due to like discrimination, right? And you know, self-esteem you can talk about is like how you feel about yourself. Now remember, I've been being a provider for my family since I was, you know, since I could actually know what providing was. So to not be able to hear that, and then when I needed my mom to finally be like, okay, look, I think I need you right now, you know, and then for her to tell me that she had lost her job due to discrimination and everything like that, and there was nothing really we could do, no unions were done, whatever, she wasn't a part of a union, I felt completely like devastated, and my grades started to tank. You know, went from a 3.8 GPA to like 3.0 the next semester, and someone noticed it, told the dean, because I was known around campus. I had like this Mickey Mouse hat that I always put on. Everybody would see me from a mile away and stuff like that, and be like, "Eve, what's going on?" Speaking to energy, we love your energy. You're so great. Like, why are you so down? And I'm just like, I just don't feel like I'm not measuring up. Like, you know, I'm not measuring up like at all. And I think by the time I got to the dean, she was just like, look, I'm putting you on academic probation, and you have to go to therapy. On campus. And mind you, getting therapy in that for a world, like, ooh, geez, I'm just like, hey, you want me to sit down and talk about my feelings? Or I have work to do, I have homework to do, I have money to find. You want me to just sit down and just talk about feelings? What is going to happen to me to doing this situation? Like, what do you want me to do? But I went, and I say all of this to say that pivotal moment of like how I felt about myself, Erica Weathers, my Holyoke, I freaking love you. I think it was around the time that I graduated. I only needed to do 8 sessions with her, but we just kept seeing each other. When I graduated, she came to me. She was like, you know what, Eve? You are absolutely amazing, and I don't think you know it. And you come in here with problems that you already know how to solve. Right? And I've watched you over these years come here with all this confidence, you know, to be able to say that, look, all these crazy things are happening, but I got this because I'm doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G. She was like, I want you to focus more on things that you can't control and forgiving yourself for, you know, what you couldn't do. You know what I mean? But at the same time, looking in the mirror to still see that you are still here. Like, she literally told me, like, you were here trying to get therapy from me. I feel like I was getting therapy from you.
Oh, wow.
And I think my posse and, like, that moment of, like, realizing that, like, I was literally starting to feel nothing. Like, NDRE wasn't even moving me anymore. And everybody know I love me some NDRE. But even NDRE wasn't moving me anymore. So I was just like, oh, yeah, it's time. So, like, I feel like feelings You know, your environment is so important.
Yeah.
The people around you are so important. What your responsibilities are so important.
Yeah.
So when it comes to your self-esteem and how you feel about yourself, yes, I wanna tell you right now that, like, yeah, I could muster it up. Like, I feel good about myself. Like, I'll be lying to myself, to the viewers. You know, if you can at least muster up that, like, where you are now is just something that is coming, like, just something that's just coming to pass. You know what I mean? And just like falling in love with, like, with the moment, then yeah, I'll say, like, you know, how you feel can literally be created if you give it time.
Yes.
But for me, like, my environment, the people around me, all of that definitely shaped it. But I'll say my posse and that moment where I was like, okay, I need therapy. And when she told me that right before I graduated, it did something for me where I was just like, okay, I'm a bad. Oh, well, can you curse? Well, no, it's okay. I'm gonna be good.
It's okay.
But like, yeah, I think for me, it was definitely like my posse and someone looking at me and be like, look, I gotta put you on academic probation, but I'm not gonna give up on you. Like,
Right.
I see how amazing you are.
Yeah.
You just don't see it. Go to therapy. And this woman literally just taking the time to, like, listen to me and help me, like, look at myself really in the mirror.
Yeah.
I think that was so good on the school's part.
Right.
Yeah, that was
To
dope.
make that
Right.
Yeah.
the option. Like, because I feel like schools be so quick to write a student on sometimes, like, oh, you're doing bad, just know we see that you're doing bad. If you keep doing bad, then you're asked out. And then that's usually it. So
Yeah.
the fact that they offered that lane for you, I think is so amazing.
Yes, Dean Kim parent. Love you, girl.
You know, it's interesting because there are times during the season, during the show, when I understand that, like, wow, this show is also really for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that was definitely one of those moments. So thank you for that. A lot. Wow. Yeah, that was good. It is so important to have people in our lives that pour into us and that can see us when we don't see ourselves. God bless. Dang. I'm stuck on that one. Honestly, I'm not gonna hold you, but you know, to move on, what I forgot to do,
What?
we never did the icebreaker.
Oh!
We never did the icebreaker.
I think
So I
think
feel
we
like the
broke
ice
some
is broken. To be honest with you, I feel like it's broken.
We can dive in some rounds.
But I mean, yeah, y'all trying to do one of them?
Let's go.
You want to do one of them? All right. Because I was like, I saw this red box in front of me. I was like, something forgot to happen.
Okay,
But, you know, we are making it through. So I'm gonna have both of y'all
Like a
pick
quick
one.
round thing, or okay,
Yeah.
just pick one.
Just pick one.
Wow.
Just pick one.
I like three. I
Pick a
want to
card,
pick
any
three.
card.
Level 2 connection.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Whoever wants to go first can go first. I kinda
Oh,
like
French toast.
I love these.
Oh.
They always, the cards pick the person. Always.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Whoever wants to go first.
All right, so are we just answering our own cards?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah.
Go
Read
ahead.
it out first.
Read it out.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Thank you.
This could get interesting. Okay. What do you crave more of?
Dessert.
My mind went somewhere else.
Instantly. Very nasty, but I'm not.
Yo, wait, can I say something really bad?
Okay, go ahead, go
Can I say
ahead.
something really bad?
Let it out. I'm here to receive.
I knew I needed some when I was cleaning my ears and I moaned.
Oh, sweetie.
I knew I needed some in that moment. I knew I needed some in that moment. I
Alright,
said,
you know what Rose's goals are for 2020?
right?
Rose, I'm gonna treat you to a massage or something. 'Cause
Right.
what is that?
Only if it comes with happy ending.
Anyway.
No.
Go ahead, Alyssa. What do you crave? Cause goddamn.
I'm crying.
It is
It definitely got hot in here.
Yeah,
hot.
I'm really
I'm
hot.
hot.
Because she's talking about she needs something tantalizing.
Okay. Okay. This is easy. This is definitely easy. I
Okay.
would say balance.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Definitely, I do crave more balance. I feel like, especially since the pandemic, I feel like I've seen so many extremes in my life, from like being really, really, really busy up until 2019 to 2020, absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
To just trying to get my head on my shoulders to now running a business and having no time at all, like with most of my days. And so I feel like I've seen such extremes of having all the time I could ever want. Like that was 2020 for me. It was like, I don't have a job. I'm on unemployment. That's coming through. What do I do with my time? And it was nice, but then it was like, there's so many hours in the day.
Yeah.
So being right back to like, there's not enough hours in my day.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, where is the middle of that? Like, where is there? I can work with these hours in the day. Like, I have enough hours and days and weeks to do the things that I need for myself and my professional growth and my personal growth and my rest and my healing and my where that's what I crave of finding that balance, because it's always been hard for me. I am a certified workaholic.
Ooh, my sister.
Certified. I have a plaque. Somebody signed it. I don't know who, but they certified me because I am a certified workaholic. It is very hard for me not to work
7 days a week.
Like
on that computer screen.
Hey, that part. I'm like, I got my blue light glasses on me regularly because I'm catching headaches. Like, so it's like, I'm trying to find my balance. And especially like, I feel like at this age and me being blessed enough to be a successful person at such a young age, there is this pressure of like, you're doing so great and you're in your 20s, like keep going, like go harder, like you're doing great, you're go, and you gotta get it while you're young because that's when you're supposed to do it. And it's like, okay, well I'm getting it, I'm doing it, but I'm also like, I'm tired. I'm tired. Like, what the fuck?
That's good.
So yes, balance.
That was definitely for you. We literally were talking about this before we started recording.
Literally.
Wow. Mine says, what are you more afraid of, failure or success, and why? And that's interesting. It's so Jesus. Let me tell you something. Okay, so for everyone listening right now, okay, you need to fail your way to success. That's literally how it works. Okay, life is just a bunch of failures where one actually just made sense somewhere and now you can pay your bills. Okay, I'm just telling you that now. It's what it is.
Wow.
But the one thing I would definitely say, I am so crazy this is happening. I'm doing the 75 hard challenge, right? A very interesting challenge.
75 hard challenge?
Hard. 75. So you have to do certain things for 75 days. This European descendant American man, I believe, came up with this challenge in regards to helping people.
Just say white man.
No, people are not colors. Okay, look, okay,
I respect that so much. I respect that.
If you want to deconstruct race, you need to stop using
color.
the word. We are not colors. I'm crispy chicken. Okay, you see me. All right. So stop using.
That's how you deconstruct race.
Yes,
It's crispy chicken.
Yes, exactly.
So what am I?
Eh?
What am I?
What do you want to be, my tantalizing queen? What do you want to be? It's whatever you want it to be. I will call you the way you want to be called. What do you want to be? you know what you remind me of?
What?
You know the Pauline, those little long
yes,
Brandy, but the caramel one with the vanilla.
The swirl, the tin.
Yes. Ooh, that's you. Go be an ambassador. So you make your money. I am this baby. Yes, okay.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so if you want to deconstruct race, you do not refer to people as colors. You ask them where they're from. You ask them about their ancestry. Why? Because this allows people to become more empathetic about how they came to be, which allows them to respect other people in their walks of life. Yes? Thank you. And then also too, even for people who are of Afro descent, please understand, even though I say I'm from IET, okay, the same thing. If you're on the western side of the hemisphere, like, you don't know exactly where you're from. There's oral history that I'm from the Congo, so my Congolese people are big ups. Most Pan-Africans think I'm, ethnic Nigerian. Like, we're all under these same stars. We're all the same people, but at the same time, be curious about where someone comes from so you can understand how to actually engage with them. And even me, I trained myself out of saying that, so I refer to people as where they're from.
Okay.
Because, so what was I talking about?
This card.
This card.
Amen.
This one.
We talk about the European descendant.
The European descendant.
75 days.
Yeah, 75 days. So he made the challenge. His argument is, you cannot start a new habit in 21 days or whatever number that they had before. So he basically said, no, you're going to do something, you're going to do it for 75 days straight. And if you mess up on one day, you got to start over. So trust and believe, I failed 75 times. All right? So I think that's a success. To be able to fail something 75 times. Because I failed. Yeah, the creator of If You Want to Call Me and Chris B, I was like, feel free to call me. Like, I feel like I'll be a great ambassador. But in that,
so much.
the group of girls that I'm with, we meet together every 2 weeks to talk about how we're doing. You know what I mean? Because you have to do 2 45-minute workouts, drink a gallon of water, eat food that fits your body type, read 10 pages of a book a day, and make sure you sleep. What is the other things? Mind you, when you think about it, these are things that you should be doing, correct?
Right.
So when
It's about 2:45s, but yeah.
Hey, what you mean? It could be like a yoga.
Okay, go for a walk. No, a day.
A day. 2 45-minute workouts a day. So it could be like yoga or dancing, or you could go to the gym, pop a squat, pop, whatever.
That sounds like a whole nother society.
No. But if you no, wait, no.
Oh
But
my God.
take pictures of a book
And a gallon?
and drink a gallon of water.
That sounds like
It's
a
a
good life.
2:45s for me.
No,
Golly.
it could be for a walk. You could go on a walk, talk to a friend. Like, we've been
Talk to
inside
a
all
friend?
day.
That's a workout?
No, why you walking?
Yeah. I was like, I've been doing this. I'm way past 85 days.
I'm like, I don't really think that's a workout.
But how it goes? But if you really think about it, when you think of all the things that are on that list, the thing that got me was like, wait, these are all the things that humans should be doing on a
Anyway,
daily basis.
yeah.
We shouldn't be so taken back by like
Right, exactly.
You're
Like,
doing
you know what I
things
mean?
to better yourself.
Right,
Like,
a whole lot of
take
hours
care.
in a day dedicated to that.
Yeah, right. So basically, when we were together, we were all sitting down just talking about like, oh my gosh, like how are we starting over again? And you know, people are feeling bad about starting over again, and talking about giving each other grace and everything like that. But one friend said something very interesting, which is my answer to this question: what are you more afraid of, failure or success, and why? I think I've come to a place where I've accepted that I will fail a lot, but that speaks to me wanting to never be stagnant, to not grow. I want to grow, which is why I would never be, stagnant, or I don't mind failing. Yeah, I still think so sometimes. So I've gotten over the fear of failure. But my friend, she was talking about like, okay, so we're starting this 75 hard challenge thing all over again. I think you guys, I'm gonna be really honest with you, I think we're afraid of our own success. So think about it. It's actually really different.
Yeah.
Afraid of failure, being afraid of success. You know what I mean? So I realize right now I'm more afraid of my own success.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm coming out right now of, this Panini press, Auntie Rona. We don't know if she's actually gone though. And people are here now wearing masks. No, not checking yourself with the test. But for me, I realize I am a little bit more afraid of my success because I'm like, wow, I've gotten this far.
Yeah.
After failing these many times, I know what now not to do. I need to go figure out more of what not to do.
Yeah.
And see myself on the other side, see the woman that I'm becoming.
Yeah.
Love the fact that I'm actually becoming her now. You know what I mean? And so I guess for me, fearing my own success comes from a place of like, you just got to, again, to your point around commitment, you got to get really committed to who you're becoming and everything that it takes to get there.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to be easy, but it's also going to be so beautiful.
Yeah.
And that 75 hard was just like a glimpse of all the other things that I see that I need to do. I'm not going to sigh like that.
Because it was beautiful, it was amazing, it was again everything that I needed to hear. So thank y'all very much for answering y'all questions. So we're gonna pause the questions and do a little fit check.
Fit check. So, y'all, as y'all know, I like to thrift. I do. I don't think that you need to spend a lot of money to look cute, to look good. I'm gonna look good in something I paid $5 for. You know what I'm saying? Or $500, but that's not the point right now. So right now, I want y'all just to go around really quickly. Tell me what the hell you got on, because I'm loving what's happening. I love the, what's that thing called?
Matching?
Not matching, coordination.
I about to say corduroy.
That too. The color coordination that's happening right now. So whoever wants to go first, what the hell you got on? Tell me.
I went first last time.
I'm gonna say so. I am wearing this beautiful bracelet. Got this in Ghana. It's a Sankofa. This picture of this bird like looking back is a Sankofa symbol. So it's a part of the Akan people. And this basically means, in order to go forward, you got to be able to like look back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I really love. If I ever were to get a tattoo, it would be of the Sankofa symbol. This jacket, I actually thrifted it 2 days ago.
Oh.
Yes, darling, it's $5.50.
Yes, go.
I was inspired by an outfit I saw online, and I decided to recreate it.
Yes.
And I did.
Right.
And nails. As you can clearly see, I love orange, so yeah, we gotta shout out the nails. I love my nails. They're cute. I couldn't pick a color, so I decided, I'm just gonna become a walking Home Depot card.
Right.
And whenever I see orange, I'm like, it's this one. It's this one. Let me see. I have my cowrie shells. Cowrie shells are really important to me. Cowrie shells actually used to be, my anthropologist is coming out. Cowrie shells actually used to be a form of currency back on the continent.
Yes.
So they represent like abundance. So I have like the earrings, the necklace, the belt that was handmade. And I got some blue jeans and some black high knee boots. Both of these are from Fashion Nova. I'm like about to.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, I shopped from Fashion Nova. Like,
Yeah.
But they make really nice, good high-waisted jeans for the plus size woman, and it's great. They just hug everything. The stuff
hug
in
the front and the back.
it's good. But granted, watch out. I heard they got a cancer warning now on their stuff, so I'm not gonna buy from them anymore. But as for right now, it was good. So this outfit probably cost like. Let me see, I got the jeans on sale for $15. This was like $30, $45. I really like it. $40. The most expensive thing on me is like my jewelry set. But I make 6 figures, but I'm gonna pay her use her dollars for experience.
Talk about it. Thank
Experiences.
you. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Eve.
Yeah.
Talk to me, Liz.
All right, so boom, right? I like the jewelry. I'm gonna start with the jewelry.
Yes.
What earrings do I have? Those are hoops. Those are just regular. Those are Target something.
Right. Forever. I'm like
But
somewhere,
yeah,
anywhere.
let me a hoop. But okay, I'm gonna shout out my bracelet too, because this bracelet. So my bracelet says she believed she could, so she did.
Wow.
I wear this bracelet every single day. It is my favorite quote. It ties into the self-esteem,
Yes.
the confidence, of just
Everything.
like if you believe in yourself, like. It's like if you believe, you can achieve.
Yeah.
At its core, so every day this is on my wrist. Dish ensemble. I believe I thrifted from my little sister's closet a few years back. So
Yeah.
that's that. I love shopping other people's closets. My mom used to rip me one for it.
I feel that.
Then I got my little tank from Amazon. High key, I love Amazon. And yeah, these little corduroy, I'm falling in love with corduroy.
I really nice.
I had this picture of myself in like a corduroy jumper when I was little. And I just thought it was like the cutest thing. And I was like, I gotta bring corduroy back into my life.
Absolutely.
Like it's such a solid, soft, comfortable material.
It is.
So these corduroy pants are from Urban, so a little more expensive, but I'm pretty sure I used the promo code, so I have a discount.
Wow.
Because I don't shop Urban without no promo code. So that's that. And then shebang, we got the
Let's talk about it. Right. Yeah.
my favorite Jordan. Right here.
Right.
These are the pandas.
Crispy.
They actually are fur. This is not.
Oh!
Yeah. That's
Wow!
yeah.
By the way, I don't see
Wow.
not a crease.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
saying.
No crease.
Not a crease.
So
Wow.
I'm very much sneakerhead. I have.
Oh, good. I'm gonna come to you when I don't own no pair of sneakers. I'm going to come
Let
to
her
you.
know.
I'm
Lord.
coming.
Let her know.
Yes.
See, I've been helping Rose get right. I
Yeah.
get people right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
I'll take a consultation, please.
Yes.
Thank you.
Because I got a couple walls of sneakers.
Yeah.
Walls?
Walls.
Plural?
Walls.
Ooh,
Yeah.
very good.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, these are the pandas. I love them.
They're called the pandas. That's cute.
Yeah,
Wow, those are cool.
Pandas.
Just be careful of the drink. I don't want
Are
you to.
kind of thrifted. I got them off of a site called Mercury. So one thing I learned in being a sneakerhead and not having a lot of money is that I'm not buying full price.
Never.
So I almost always buy my sneakers off of like a third party seller. So eBay, Mercury, and I get a lot of dope sneakers for always less than what the actual price
Way less
to be. Because I also realized one thing, and working in the world of apparel and products now, and I know what people buy things for and what people sell them for, I refuse to pay full price. Because I know what y'all spending to get this product to me,
It is
and
obnoxious.
I know you're violating my pockets.
Like-
so I now refuse to pay full price for just about anything.
Right. Yeah, I
So
feel
yeah,
that.
these were definitely bought off somebody else.
Yeah.
I would never say the lesson between both of us is just because you could doesn't mean that you should. This is the lesson. It's the lesson for today when it comes to buying things in general,
Yes.
and to investigate where you buy your clothes from.
Literally.
Right.
Please.
Damn.
Literally.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna start at the bottom.
Which is looking nice.
Thank you. The shoes are. I'm looking at my toenails I just painted about an hour ago. They're looking crazy. 3 out of the 5 are painted, by the way.
Valid.
Because, yeah.
The ones that poke out.
The
or
ones that poke out are
That's
painted.
always a 3. Those are the 33.
That's it. Big toe, middle, thumb. Yeah. We good?
I'm
Hey,
crying.
thank you. All right. These are from Call It Spring. I will say these were a little bit more expensive. These were a little more on the expensive side. That's okay because the jumpsuit makes up for it. I found out this like really dope little like thrift shop place, you know what I'm saying? From like
Why you look like you want to say something wrong and you trying to justify your purchase right
not
now?
wrong, but like be like Alyssa Deja's closet store.
Oh, okay.
That is straight from the room of Alyssa Deja.
This is straight from the. I was about to put on the whole address on the. I almost said it, but no, we're not gonna do that. But yeah, straight from the Alyssa Deja closet store. So God bless. Yes. What else? The rings. I feel like the jewelry I've had for like ever. I don't even know where the hell this is like where this stuff is from. My ring. It's like got a rose on it. You know. Oh, this is from Charming Charlie. Do y'all remember that store?
Charming Charlie. Yes.
In like Jersey had, I don't know if like Philly ever had them, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, see,
Charming Charlie.
My Jersey gang in the back know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Be a Jersey thing.
Yeah, that's like a South Jersey thing. But yeah, it was like a colorful store. It was like, this was like a pink corner and the purple corner.
Is it like
I
the,
think they're closed down now, but
it's reminiscent of that other place where they just sell jewelry for like hella cheap. Claire's.
Yeah.
Yes.
okay, so like Claire's is like the middle school version of
Right.
it. I would say Charming Charlie is like the college version.
Okay, very good.
I would
That's
say
what
so. Cool. All right. Well, thank y'all for that. Thank y'all for the fit check. Let's get back into our questions. We have a couple more before we can wrap up, okay?
Yes, let's do it.
Next question is, what do you believe the world would look like if everyone was walking around here with unconditional self-esteem, high self-esteem, self-confidence? What would the world be like?
How do you feel about that?
I feel like it would be that 3-2-2 situation. Like,
Way to bring it
Yeah.
back around.
yeah,
Right,
I really feel like it would be, because I feel like the 3-2-2 represents caring for self. Like realizing that our entire lives don't need to be 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, weekend job to make up for the other job to do the like, you know, like
Not at all.
I feel like it's that balance to realize that we need more time for ourselves. Like, and I feel like a world that cared more would be something like a 3-2-2 where we as a society value time for self. Like right now, it's either non-existent or like, well, get it in where you can. But
Right.
you got to work this job, and you might need to work that job too. And,
Right.
and then you got to handle this situation, and you got to do that situation. And I mean, if you could fit in some time for yourself, good on you. Great
Yeah.
job.
That's cute.
But everybody else, y'all got to get
Yeah.
back to work. And I
Yeah.
feel like that's the energy. And so I feel like a world that prioritized focusing on self-esteem and self-love and self-confidence would just be an all-around just like nicer world. Like ease, I feel like it would be more easygoing. I feel like it'd be more gentle, it'd be more sympathetic, more empathetic, more just like kind, and just a nicer world, because everything about today is just achieving something like that really is more materialistic, like whether it's achieving a status or achieving a salary or achieving a title, like these are the things that are like the driving forces of things to achieve. It's not like achieving your most confident self or achieving your most unconditional self-esteem. Like that's not our priorities. If they were, like your title, your job, your salary wouldn't matter anymore.
Right.
Like
I'm gonna piggyback off that. Like, you know, there ain't nothing new under the sun. But people are steady always trying to make it seem like they have something new to share with this world, which is beautiful. New perspectives, new ways to do things, cool, dope, got it. But when I think about self-esteem and like how you feel about yourself and getting back to self, that's what I hear when I hear like, how do you feel about yourself? How do you feel about yourself means that you're getting back to yourself and ensuring that you create, again, environment and people around you to help to support that. So for me, I would see a world where people actually know where the freak their food comes from. They know how to grow their own food. Like, you should be ashamed of yourself if you don't know what a garlic stalk looks like. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so like, you know, preserving of some feed. Sorry, I love you.
I know what a Brussels sprout stalk looks like.
Very good. Yes. Okay. Cool. And a lot of people don't even know it comes on a stalk.
See, I didn't know either.
You know, so like, you know, so like just like getting back to the basics. Like less is literally more, my G. Like it really is. There's complexity in simplicity.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like to spend time. Think about it. There's complexity in simplicity.
these are the facts.
Yeah.
This is complex.
Okay.
This is very complex.
Okay.
That's all you need to focus on. That's all you need. You know what I mean? But people are here being like,
okay.
like it's like why? I think people like to make, because if you think about it, when we talk about feelings means emotions. We literally had something very similar around like how we couldn't express our emotions. Like that's very sad. And I think a lot of people, especially too in our generation, have a hard time expressing their emotions, how they're feeling, communicating them, you know, and I see a world where like radical honesty, radical, you know, truth telling on how you feel would allow for more ease.
Yes.
It would allow for people to, I don't know, just be in a place where like we're here for a short time, so make it a good time. You know what I mean? Like it is not that serious. Like take care of your immediate family, but also know you are part of an ecosystem. So to be able to have your corporate job and whatever and be able to hit the bottom lines and stuff like that, but if all else would be gone, literally like in how COVID did, you got space in your backyard, can you grow your food? Can you take care of yourself? Do you know how to perform like, you know, natural things to like take care of your body, of your family and stuff? Like, can you communicate with people in a way to make them feel seen and heard? Like, 'cause we get so caught up in basically in all this foolishness, to be quite honest. And even me being my own business owner, you know, I tell people all the time, like, you trade your obedience even when you own your own business until you get to a place where you can really be obedient to yourself, to your tribe, to your community. So you're always constantly, you know, fighting like, okay, how do I feel? And if how I feel is linked to what I think I need to do, should do, or how I want to be. Like there's always that battle.
Yeah. I love that sentiment of like complexity versus simplicity, because I'm like, being a human is complex in itself. Hello, like we are so complex as creatures because of all of our emotions and feelings, and you know, just existing is complex. Understanding self is complex, and then you're gonna throw this whole other societal values and pressures and expectations and it's like, bruh, and you want me to thrive in that too? And I'm just trying to figure out myself as a being, like, and then you want me to do that and be a part of this whole society that doesn't care about myself as a being? Like, it don't make no sense. It don't add up.
Well, luckily, there's people like us that are actively doing that. We're actively healing. We're actively bettering ourselves. We're actively filling our bodies with good things, you know what I'm saying, with real food, not really processed. Well, sometimes processed food. We ate a little bit of flaming hot chili before we got it, you know what I'm saying? But balance, like you said, you know what I'm saying? So
I know that we might not where we want to be, but we are not where we were. So,
Ashe.
second to last question is, we talked about where you want to be in 10 years, right? We talked about where you came from, right? Your sunset and your sunrise. Now we are in our golden hour. We are in our in-between phase right now. So how are you closing the gap between where you are now and where you want to be? What does that look like?
That's your friend. That's a hard question.
So that's all I've read.
Yes, you're right.
Wow. I think for me, it is my commitment to finding balance because I'm realizing how important it is. And I think in trying to stay committed to finding balance, I will get to where I need to be. Instead of just, I feel like growing up and finding success young, it's easy to get caught up in it. And I would just give myself up to it like, oh, I'm working. That's just where I'm at. It's just what I'm doing. But also in my young age, I'm realizing how much my body does need to be tended to. Because I was an athlete growing up. I did seriously play basketball, and I did have some injuries that I just never paid attention to or did anything about because I'm like, oh, I got to play ball, and now I got my job, so now I got to work. And now I'm having all these aches and these pains and these things, and I'm like, whoa, hold on, like, how old am I? Like, I have a body, that's got to be cared for. So, yeah, for me, closing that gap is just, one, recognizing that there are gaps that need to be filled, and just what's next is not sustainable to growth. Like, what do I need to implement into my day-to-days? What do I need to do to tend to myself mentally, physically, spiritually? Knowing that one of the biggest things that also kind of came up through Global Village is knowing that there are these different realms of wellness. There are distinct realms of wellness, physical, spiritual, environmental, social, all these different realms, and each one of them needs tending to in its own way. And I think once I've realized these things, once I learned this knowledge and realized that my existence in my life breaks down into these different pockets, and each one of these pockets needs something. It needs some way to be supported, needs some way to be built, needs some way to be loved. And I now am learning these things, and now that I know that these things exist, I can do what I need to do to be like, okay, for this realm, I got to improve in this way. For this realm, I got to improve in this way. And staying committed to doing those things across those realms is where I will achieve, that 10-year goal of being, my ultimate self.
And we are literally professional plate spinners in that aspect. You know what I mean? So thank you, Liz. How about you? How are you closing your gap?
I can never close the gap.
You got me crying.
Yeah. One time for my people with their gap.
Oh wow! I got a little one.
You do got a little itty bitty.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
But I guess for me, in regards to the golden hour. Sunrise to sunset. My gosh. I think for me, I've been coming to terms with the fact that my childhood, what I did in college, starting two businesses, like all the things that have gotten me this far, I've been learning to appreciate the fact that they've gotten me here. But I've also come to a place after, just sitting down and reflecting that some of the things that brought me here could easily become my demise moving forward. What I mean? There's some things that I gotta let go if I want to get to. If I know that the woman I'm becoming, if that is between the woman I'm becoming, that sunrise of my golden hour, like I need a sunset, some things, some habits, some attitudes, some behaviors, some practices, because they don't serve me anymore, and they don't serve the people who I care about or the work that I want to do anymore. which then means that I'll have to actually be curious and put myself in a place of exploration, in a place of discomfort to learn new I call them habits and attitudes, because your attitude, you want to develop a habit towards something, you need to create an attitude that will support it, right? So, and behaviors with it. So I need to create new habitudes that will support where I'm going. When I think about what you said, the only thing that I feel like I can land on is just checking myself when I find myself falling back into bad habits. Like, I'll just name one of them. Like, one of them is like I struggle with the identity of struggling, even though I'm not struggling anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, so like I'm just like,
that.
girl, you're not struggling anymore. Like, let that go. Like, okay, now what it looks like to be a woman who's now like in a place of abundance, that you got yourself there.
Yeah.
What does it look like to me to walk in abundance? Because the woman who you are, the woman who you're becoming, she walks with abundance. You know what I mean? Still go to the thrift shop though. Abundantly. With these dollars. But like abundance. So, you know, your question just makes me think of, like being really honest about the things I need to let go, having people hold me accountable to doing that, and the woman that I'm becoming, I need to do the work for me to get there, but do it in a way that is sustainable, that comes with ease, and that comes with joy. Because like that's, I didn't even say that, but like success, my definition now of success is joy. Like joy, like just choosing the things that bring me joy. That is what success looks like. And I guess, I don't know, you know, when I think about the golden hour, you don't know if it's about to turn night or turn day. You know what I mean? So for me, when I think, my favorite quote is by Anise Nin, who's a diarist. She says, when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more than the risk it took to blossom. When the risk to remain tight in the bud was more a risk than the risk of blossoming. Life is about becoming.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So like I'm in a place where I think like the golden hour is that place, is that risky place of like, you need to make a decision right now that if it's about to turn bad, you still got it. If it's about to be that sunrise, you still got it. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's the place where I'm at, just making those conscious decisions every single day to choose joy, to let go of some of those habits, be in a place of exploration to learn new habits and behaviors. And then y'all know, one day just look in the mirror and be like, well, damn, girl, I guess you here.
Right. You did it. You lit. I'm lit.
You here.
Wow.
I am her. She is me.
I think, like you said, we are always in a state of becoming. Always.
Yes.
But I pray that the day I do reach the success that, you know, what success means to me, that I can say, you did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So thank y'all for that. That was the last topic question I have. But before we move into our rapid fire segment, we're going to take a quick break. Be right back. Hey y'all! So we are doing a new segment for the show called Send Me Your Shit. Not your actual shit, but if you have a business or a brand or any kind of physical products, send them to me and we will do a live unboxing on the show. Now let me just say, I'm not saying that your product or service is shit, right? I understand that. It's just a funny way of me saying, send me your things, send me your products. I would love to give you a shout out and definitely support any small businesses that are out there. Sound good? If you're interested, go ahead and send us an email at lookatmyshit@gmail.com. We'll send you a form and we'll make these things happen. Sound cool? Cool. Really quick, also, you wanna know some things I like? I like food, boots, like heeled boots. You know, the more pattern, the better. I'm a size 9.5 in men, 11 in women. Mind your business. Oh, I like books. I like journals. I like games. I like gold things. I like green things. That actually wasn't what I meant, but that works out, you know? I like clothes. I like run somewhere between like a 12 and a 14. I can fit a medium, but also extra large. So like, just send me an email. I'm gonna send you the form. We'll figure it out. All right, bye. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. So before the break, we answered all of our questions about self-esteem, and now we are getting down to the wire. We're almost done with the show, and we're gonna do a quick rapid fire segment. How's that sound, y'all?
Let's do it.
Sound good? All right. So y'all have 3 minutes on the clock, on this clock. This is a 3-minute timer, and I'm going to ask y'all questions. I'm going to ask one question so both of y'all can answer it, and then just say the first thing that comes to mind, and then we'll continue. Okay?
Boom.
Ready?
Yeah.
3,
Okay.
I knew there was something telling me to pause. 2, when are you most productive?
In the mid-afternoon.
In the morning.
Who's your inspiration?
My friends and family.
Both of my son John.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Something new happening in your life right now.
Love.
Hey, Manny.
Hi, Mimi.
I got it. Something new happening in my life right now?
Something new. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start traveling again.
Yes, ma'am. Favorite number and why? Our favorite number.
21 has my basketball number.
Period.
8, because you put on the side infinity. Keep going.
Period. How do you start your day?
With a stretch in the water.
Stretching the water.
Cuckoo, our fitness, move your boomsy.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where?
Oh,
Everywhere. I want all the cribs.
that part.
That's fine too.
Home is where the rubber is. So right now, this is home. I'm living here now.
Something you don't like doing.
Nope, I'm not gonna say that.
Why?
Oh no, it's okay.
All right.
I don't like scrubbing the bathroom.
I'm done.
Maybe good then.
All right.
I fold laundry.
Something I
Manny.
don't like doing.
Couple seconds. 3.
I don't know how to answer this question.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you prefer, sunrise or sunset?
Sunset.
Sunrise.
First thing you notice about somebody.
Their eyes.
They smile.
Best compliment you've ever received.
Your energy is amazing.
You have nothing to prove.
Was one non-negotiable for your day?
Dessert.
That part.
Dessert.
Let's say my tea and my water. Need that every day.
Yeah, facts.
Weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
Weirdest thing I've ever eaten?
Yeah.
Ooh, yo, I had some. It was like a rabbit snake sausage in California one time.
What cuisine?
It was a sausage restaurant, and they just had a bunch of crazy ass sausages.
How about you? I thought you said rat. I was
Crazy
like,
thing. It wasn't really crazy, but like I had when I was in Korea, I had fresh like octopus that was like cut. But right after they kind of cut it, the suction cups are still kind of working. So if you eat it, you're not careful. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Next.
if you could say one thing to God, what would you say?
Where you at, homie? I love you.
It's a good one. Well, go ahead, Liz.
I just said thank you.
Thank you.
And then I know time is up, but one last question. If you could tell yourself something 10 years ago, what would it be?
Oh my gosh. I don't know why that's so funny.
Yeah.
Ooh, Jesus, Lord of mercy, God. Damn.
I would tell myself, focus on what feels right. Let everything else go.
Facts.
Yeah.
Eve, what about you?
Oh, French toast. I would probably tell her, girl, get a good accountant and get that Chase Sapphire preferred card early for the points. And loving yourself is a lot closer than you think. Yeah.
I love y'all to life. I
Love,
really
love,
do.
love,
I
love,
love y'all to life. Those are all of the questions that I have. So thank y'all endlessly. Is there anything that I didn't ask you that you would like to say, or anything that's on your heart that you would like to say?
Yeah. I would like to say to anybody who is now or one day be raising a child, please instill self-love, self-esteem, self-confidence in them early, because that is how we're going to get to that better world.
Yes. And make sure that you're also doing the work.
Yes, yourself.
Yourself.
Lead by example.
Lead by
and
example.
instill.
Beautiful. Thank you,
appreciate it.
Liz. Do you have anything you want to say?
How do you feel about yourself?
You're asking me.
Yes.
Where are you at between your then and your now? Now and your then.
We're gonna flip the switch like that. How do I feel about myself? Wait, so that's two different questions. So how do I feel about myself or my golden hour? Which one?
Go ahead.
Which one do you want me to answer? And I'll answer it.
Yeah, I feel like I want to know how Rose Golden feels about herself right now, like her self-esteem.
How I feel about myself?
Yes.
It's funny you say that because I'm at the place right now. It's not unconditional. I will say it depends. I will say it does depend. It depends on what day it is, what time of the month it is, how much money I got, if I'm being real. Yeah. And weight has a lot to do with that as well. I will be completely honest. But how do I feel about myself right now? I feel like I'm doing the best I can with what I have. I feel like I'm pretty lit. I do. In this moment right now, I think I'm pretty lit. And I'm also balancing, like I had mentioned earlier, like, yes, I'm not where I want to be, but learning how to be content and happy and proud with where I currently am. And I don't know, I'm still getting there. I'll say I'm still definitely getting there. So this conversation was really healing for me because, like I said, like low self-esteem, low self-confidence is something that I have literally battled with my entire life, you know? So just thank y'all again for that. But yeah, did that answer your question?
Thank you. Yes, you did.
Okay.
Like, I'm so shocked you have me out here over here talking about confidence and self-esteem. I'm like, girl, what is you talking about?
It is. It really is. But like I said in the beginning, like y'all show that whatever's happening internally is happening internally, but like from the habits that y'all have and the just like the action that y'all take, y'all are doing it. Y'all are killing it. So
don't take that for granted. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank y'all. Dang.
Proud of you.
So right, we're gonna skip ahead to our second to last, damn near, or last segment of the day. I can't believe it already. Yo, we wrapping up.
I'm ready.
Yeah, so y'all, we are about to do You Got Served. All right. Yeah. So today's soup of the day, I'm gonna have Mimi bring in, and then I'm gonna explain it. So Mimi, bring it on in, girl. Wow. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's the presentation for me.
Close up of these bowls.
It's the presentation for me.
Oh, I know exactly what I'm going for first. Thank you, Mimi. Shout
She
out.
warm. She good.
So, y'all, this is a homemade tomato soup, okay?
Wow.
And although this was a request, this was something that by Alyssa. This is something that makes me feel really warm inside, and I couldn't help but connect that to my guest today because y'all make me feel all warm inside. For real. No, but seriously. Seriously.
Yeah.
So if y'all want to join me in taking a bite, you can help yourself.
You don't have to tell me twice. I'll eat. I hope you have more than this. So.
Right.
Yes, we definitely have containers for you to take home.
I give the devil the germs and the worms because I don't want them.
Give the devil the germs and the worms. I never heard that before. Yeah, okay.
Oh, just go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I did the damn thing.
Okay, hold on.
All right, yeah. It's good? Oh, yeah, be careful.
You know the goosebumps be coming through.
Wow. Oh.
That's when you know. That's when you know.
I'm done. You do have
Dang.
goosebumps.
Yeah, the goosebumps come through when the food hit right. Wow.
So originally, what I would have done is made homemade croutons. I didn't this time, but it's still good, honestly. This is really good. Wow. Damn. I'm here talking. I'm still like, it's gonna be bland. Bland where?
Where?
I know myself.
Your ancestors would not allow for you to serve anyone no black food.
Thank you.
Don't say that.
Girl, I'll be like, hold on, wait. Garlic.
Right now. Do the ancestral shimmy with the seasonings. Okay.
They will guide your hand.
They will guide you.
They will guide your hand.
And then say, hold on, enough.
Right.
That's enough.
Right.
All right. Well, y'all gonna continue. I'm gonna put mine down because now we are going to head into the part where I give y'all your community service task. Okay.
Okay.
Every episode of the season,
every episode of this season, we gave our guests community service tasks. So while y'all are enjoying your food, we're gonna take a quick look at all of the community service tasks that our guests did, okay? Be right back.
Hey everyone, this is Amber from episode 1.
Greetings, it's Dr. Gretchen Peppers here.
Hey y'all, Synovia, episode 5 of The Golden Hour.
Peace, my name is Vic. I had the pleasure of being on the Golden Hour show, season 2, episode 6.
Hey you guys, this is Bashley from episode 5.
Hey, this is Scarlett from episode 2.
Peace, y'all. Good evening. My name is Ray, and I had the opportunity and privilege to be on the Rose Golden Talk Show last year.
Ooh, Golden Hour. What better time than now to shoot the kind task for my Golden Hour episode?
Hey everyone, my name is Melanie. I'm abstract artist and teacher, and I was featured on episode 6 of The Golden Hour.
And I just want to share my experience with learning more about CPR. As a first-time parent with a small child, there are definitely times where you might get, a little scared with choking hazards. And I think now that I have the awareness, I'm a lot more confident just with, the right protocols to do whatever needs to be done.
I was tasked with teaching my community. One of my favorite things to teach my community is healthy and creative ways to express and release difficult emotions. So for my class, I decided to teach a meditative art where we work through our difficult emotions, choosing colors that represent different feelings and just letting it all out and reflecting on what we created.
And I'm thankful so much for the Kind Task Challenge to have walked kids home. I definitely, since moving to LA, did not have the exact opportunity to do that, but God allowed me to have the opportunity a few weeks ago to purchase some snacks for some school kids that I saw in the store, and it really did definitely lift my spirits, and I love being able to give back.
Look, y'all know life be lifing. I didn't do my backpack task, but I do want to share y'all with a quick experience when I was just kind to myself. I just took myself out one day, literally, and I celebrated myself. I bought myself balloons. I tied them literally to my body so that I can always remember to celebrate myself. And I literally, everywhere I went that day, I had them. And then I also played guitar that night with those balloons on me. So I literally was like, I'm going to stay out and I'm going to celebrate me. So
My prompt was to do a school supply drive, and so I did that. It was a school supply drive. It was an event called Thank Our Neighbor. It was a school supply drive, clothes drive, food drive, and just a whole bunch of other services that people were donating to people who needed it. And so we did this in partnership with Empowering Cuts, which is an amazing organization. They do free haircuts for the homeless, so shout out to them. And one of the things that I learned is that just how willing our community is to showing up when people need it.
And my kind task was to really tell my story and give great advice and be a mentor in the music industry. And since our filming, I have been featured a couple of times here giving some great advice on working in a male-dominated industry. And it just feels really good to be telling my story and be affecting people.
The beautiful thing that she did was give us tasks to bring something not only out of ourselves, but also to add to the community. And the task she gave me, I wasn't able to complete, but I was able to find my own. When losing a friend, I found how much kindness that he had before he was gone. And I vowed to myself to bring that kindness to other people, no matter how much the challenge, no matter how much I'm upset. I learned to be able to put my emotions in the back seat to be able to be my best self in situations. And I'm continuously doing that every day, whether it's reward or not. And I'm grateful to be able to make that lifestyle change for myself.
my in-kind task was building something for the community. And I built this birdhouse. Hopefully it focuses. The whole experience was very interesting because I actually haven't done a DIY in a minute. But with this project, I was able to just rely on community, kind of give me their input on how I should do it. Somebody else drove the hole for me. Am I allowed to say that?
And my kind task was to pick up trash around my neighborhood. And I love this task because I love my neighborhood. I love my little East Falls village. A water bottle. Ooh. But I love giving back to my community, and I feel like that's what the Golden Hour is all about, highlighting and showcasing members of our community and their talent and expertise. So thanks, Rose.
Damn, y'all! I want want to thank y'all so much, seriously, for giving back to your community. This would not have been done without y'all. So thank you so much for your time, and I hope that you enjoyed yourself. And for those of you that are watching, I hope that this inspired you to do some kind of community service task as well. You don't need me telling you what to do. Go ahead and do something good. Okay. All right. So y'all can still enjoy, but I want to have y'all pick your task as well. So if y'all want to pick a number between 1 and 50, what's up? You can.
This is so good.
I hear you.
Like,
I'm trying to make sure I understand the words that are coming out of your mouth because I'm in a place now.
the way they soup.
All right. Very tantalizing.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you mean?
I need to stop saying that word.
I'm very focused. I'm very.
Just pick a number between 1 and 50.
21. Yep.
Okay. 21. It's your favorite number.
I see. I know.
Okay, so 21 is clean up the yard of a senior citizen or neighbor who needs assistance.
Okay, we don't really got yards in Philly, but I'll figure it out.
Right.
I'll figure it out.
Well, if you want, there's a neighbor. She always comes outside the day that trash day happens because for some reason it's like the wind just blows and like all the trash is everywhere. So she like cleans up in front of the house. Sometimes if I see her, I'll come out and help her. So you could try to do something like that. Yeah.
That little corner across the street too could use some loving.
We gonna
A lot of loving
on that one.
Right.
For real. That's what I could do.
All right, but Eve, what's up? What would you?
18
See,
or
I can't even
8.
talk.
18 or 8. I'm gonna go with 18.
Okay, so collect and donate you and your friends' school clothes.
Oh, petite. That's a natural occasion for me. Okay, no problem. Oh, my friend's clothes too. Now that might be a fight, but I can do that. Okay.
All right. Well, thank y'all. So join us next season to watch their video of after they were done their task as well.
Yep.
All right.
We got it.
So y'all, we are wrapping up. I really can't believe it. I'm like, I kind of don't want to wrap up because I want to. Can y'all shameless plug yourself? Plug yourself. How can they support you? Where can they find you? Take it away.
Okay, well, supporting my business is supporting me. So y'all can feel free to go to kinapparel_. That's KINAPPAREL _kinapparel on all platforms, but especially TikTok and Instagram because we're lit and you will laugh and you will enjoy our content. You will. So that's kinapparel, and then for Alyssa Deja _ find me. That's me. But yeah, Kin, just join the Kin folk. That's my community. That's our community. Can't wait to have you. Holler at us.
Facts.
Yes. Okay, where can you follow me? So, as you can see, I live a very tantalizing life, so which means less is more. So you can only find me on Pinterest, LinkedIn, and the U of the tubes. I'm getting off Bookface. I'm tired.
Bookface?
No, I'm fine. I'm okay. You can't find me on Bookface no more. I'm taking it down. So don't even go looking there. But you can find me eveofstrategy.com. www.eveofstrategy.com. I have an amazing community where I go there and I'm giving like motivation and everything like that. So, and leadership and strategy tips on execution and stuff. So feel free to join that. And find me on YouTube. But yeah.
I didn't know you was on YouTube.
Oh, I'm on YouTube, Gigi.
Now you on YouTube.
I'm on YouTube.
Look at you on YouTube.
I cut this part out. But I'm getting like about 50 videos ready. All bootleg, of course, because mama don't know what the hell she doing. But you gotta start somewhere.
Okay. It's not
okay.
Right. Okay.
I was like, I'm not at Adam level yet.
Nobody is.
Nobody is.
Nobody's on Adam's level.
Yeah, and I'm like, to get Adam level, you better be have. Yeah, because I'm giving you $1 because that's what you deserve. Thank you. Exactly.
Hello. Thank you. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Thank you, boo.
Good.
So I'll be sitting here doing my little bootleg motivational videos with my tea and my little tripod falling off on the side. Just be like, hey, what is it? I'm like, hey, yeah, okay. But I think it's great because they got to see the journey.
They got to see the journey.
Okay, cool. Documenting my life.
They got to see her golden
Let me do it my way. Let me do it my way.
Damn.
So
well, thank y'all.
Sunset.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. So I'm starting to document my life. So I'm getting like up to 50 videos ready. So by the time this launch, my new website's gonna drop.
And we're gonna do all that.
We're gonna do all of it. It's amazing. Holding myself accountable.
So if it wasn't clear before, please tap in with them.
Yes.
Yeah. Again, another incredible set of guests that we have had today, and y'all, I can't believe this is the end. I want to cry. Yeah.
In the beginning.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. This is the end. This is the end of season 2. I can't even believe it. I'm like, yes. Whoa. Wow. All right. Well, shout out to everyone that was here, y'all. Please keep an eye out for season 3 for new guests, new recipes, new fits, and I really cannot end this episode without thanking everybody that was a part of this entire season. So I gotta thank all the guests. Wait a minute. We had Gretchen, we had Amber, we got Janelli, we got Scar, we got Ray, we got Cage, we got Selma, we got Taylor, we got Bashley, Zenobia, Vic, Mel, and Eve, and Alyssa. Damn, I gotta thank all of y'all. Thank the team. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you, Dina. Thank you, everyone who had their hands in this as well. I gotta thank our sponsor for episode 4, Rise and Ritual Teas. I gotta thank God for clearing the path because there were so many difficult things that was happening during this season, but God cleared the path. And y'all, I gotta thank y'all because this would not be a show without y'all. So thank you so much for spending this season with us, with me, with all of our guests. And I really want to tap in with y'all more. So just, get ready for that too. I want to interact with y'all more. I want to hear from you more. I want to see how you like the show. I'm excited to connect with you more. So thank you again for your time, because time is not a resource that you can ever get back. So the fact that you have spent your time with me, I'm forever grateful. So please go out there and do something your future self will thank you for and your past self will love you for. Peace.
Wow. Okay,
Wait, what? We gonna wait for all of them?
Right. That was the last one.
Oh, okay.
Good. Yeah. We love it.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, you cleaned
Oh, yeah, I gotta do it.
I'm done.
The hell? Yeah. This is to the explosion of success, of abundance, of love, of healing that is coming from this show. For me, for all that are involved, and for all that watch.
Amen.
It's not gonna go.
You put it to the bottom and keep it.
Yeah.
Just the plastic part. Just the plastic.
I am.
Yeah.
You got my soup.
Soup is blessed.
Right, the soup. Right.
Yeah,
Soup
very
is
blessed.
blessed.
To all the abundance.
If that wasn't the epitome of life,
Right,
not
literally.
on your time.
It's never on your time.
Just but
never on your
Keep
time.
going. It'll come.
Boom.
And that was it right there.
Right there.
That was everything
Right there.
you need to
That
know about
was
life
it.
in that little.
Jeez, what an episode. I hope you enjoyed this show just as much as we enjoyed filming it. But listen, I would love to hear from you. If you want to do me a solid, you can like this video and leave a comment so I can hear your thoughts about today's show. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, see ya!